Hey, Coach.
Wake up, man.
I'm sorry, I got two different Zooms going. Do you want to go ahead and get started, or you want to go ahead and jump into questions?
Nope, dive in.
Okay. First question will come from Kelly at Fox Sports.
Well, Coach, you finally got to see your guys live action. What did you think tonight?
It was fun, honestly. It's been 9 months since we've played, and we stuck to the game plan. I made one big error, and D Hunt played 26 minutes. So other than that, we didn't get the win, and everybody played the minutes that we were trying to aim for, and everybody got to play, which was the goal. We have a lot of work to do, obviously. Whoever jinxed me on the turnovers the other day, they came back to life. And we need to get our legs behind us. I think we have created some great shot opportunities today, and we just didn't get the shots that we know we're capable of with the guys that we have. But it was a lot of fun to watch. It's just a lot of fun to see our guys out there. There's a great sense of synergy. We gave up too much in the paint, which we know is going to be a big issue for us all year. But there's a lot of good, there's a lot of bad, there's a lot of stuff that we're going to have on film that we can start working on, and it's just good to get that first one out the way.
Next to Sarah Spencer.
Lloyd, how good was it to see Clint Capela and the way he can rebound for you guys and just his presence?
Tremendous. That's, one of those things that is an area of concern. He's got 5 offensive rebounds tonight, 14 total in 20 minutes. And, that's going to be big for us. That's going to be really big for us. We can teach him, some of our thoughts on what we like to do when we get offensive rebounds, but to create extra possessions and extra opportunities is going to be huge. And to see him do that, he's nowhere near, with his legs. He's been out even longer than the 9 months. So, he asked to go back in after it took him out in the fourth quarter, and I said, hey, we can't get it all back in one day. And but we know what we have, and we all are excited to see that. Once he does get his legs, he'll be able to finish a little bit better. He'll be able to get up the floor a little bit better, and that's just going to open up more shot opportunities for other guys.
Thank you.
Chris Kirshner.
What did you think of the aggressiveness from the young wings tonight, DeAndre, Kevin, and Cam?
The good and the bad. Cam is tremendous. He sets the tone for us defensively, but then you see the 6 turnovers of just playing so fast, and that's still the youth in him. It's kind of how he started out last year, but I thought he did some nice things. And Dre obviously might be a career high free throw attempts for him. And that's a mindset. It's one of the things we wanted to focus on was to get into the bonus. I think we did it in pretty much every quarter except the first. But I thought his mindset was tremendous. He was attacking the rim. He was getting to the rim, and that's why he shot the 8 free throws. And then Kevin made 2 big threes. I think if we can get him looking to attack, he had 2 or 3 plays where he was in the paint. One, I thought he could have had an and one or a foul on the layup, but they're all doing some good things. I think it's one of those areas where, we should feel we don't miss a beat when we sub. And Cam coming off the bench tonight, Dre starting us out, Bogey has some clean looks that didn't go down, and Kevin came in and had a couple good looks and a couple good plays. We shouldn't miss a beat if we sub and get our legs going with those 4 guys.
Sarah again.
What are the biggest things you attribute those turnovers to?
Home runs. I think 3 of them were trying to hit the big, just as he's crossing half court. I don't know what Bruno's going to do with it there, but, we're just looking for the home run plays. We had a couple lob attempts that went over and out of bounds, and then just some sloppy play. I think I don't think it's a chemistry thing. I just think we were looking for the home run plays right now. And when you're not in great shape, you're just trying to make the easy or the home run play as opposed to the one that makes the defense work. And we'll get there. And this is everybody's preseason game. They were sloppy. They had a big lead and gave up a big lead. And that's just kind of what it is in preseason. But But that's what it is. We have to – if we can create easy shots, and I think we can, we don't need home runs.
We'll go to Allison Mastrangelo.
Hey, Coach, I was just curious, since we talked about it the other day, what did you think of the atmosphere, and did you kind of notice anything with the guys throughout the game, just lack of energy due to the crowd, since this was your first game with, no one in the stands?
In a weird way, it's pretty unique. Like, our guys actually talk to each other during the game a little bit more. They're talking through the game. They're talking in the timeouts. They're talking in the huddles. They're talking on the sideline. There's no one to look at. There's no one to be distracted by, and so they're just communicating with each other, and they've been communicating with the coaches as well. Once the game started, the only thing I kept thinking about is everybody's going to know all of our play calls because there's no disguise. I'm calling everything, and I could hear their entire bench saying everything we're about to do. So that's an advantage/disadvantage in terms of scouting.
Next question from Brad Rowland.
Hey, Coach. What did you make of the way that Trey played? Obviously, not the huge numbers from him, but is he just getting adjusted to having all these new weapons?
Yeah, I think the more he's playing with our new guys and the more opportunities that we're going to be able to create, the game is probably going to become simplified for him. He's a floater guy, and I think we're going to be able to create, kick out threes and corner threes and get to the rim. And we know we can get lobs, but, we can simplify it, and we can also do it by creating some high efficient shots if we can get on the same page. And I think he's going to start seeing that. He's getting off the ball a lot earlier. He had more kick aheads in this game tonight. He had more reversals in this game tonight because of who he has on the floor, and he trusts those guys already. So I think the game's going to become a lot more simplified for him, and I think he's going to have fun with it.
Jamila Johnson.
Hey, Coach. On Saturday, Tony Snell talked about how surprising it was that the team is so versatile. Do you think that versatility was on display tonight at all?
I hope so. We had a group, I think, in the second quarter. Bogey was the point, and we pretty much switched 1 through 5. And to be able to do that is going to be fun. Again, we're still missing Tony Snell. We're still missing Chris Dunn. We're still missing Rondo. And so, when you add those components, we have switch groups. We have, groups that we can put out on the floor where all 5 guys are 35% or above from 3, and we can really space the floor. And then we can go big. We got Bruno and Clint, and Big O is coming, and John and Gallo. And you see what Gallo does. He gets a cross match, and he drives. He's going to live at the free throw line. So the versatility of Gallo and Trey and their ability to create free throw opportunities, the length and wingspan of our guys to be able to switch defensively is going to be some versatile lineups for us. And then that offensive group where we can just space the floor and pick you apart that way. So there is some versatility, and we just have to figure out how and when to use it.
Andrew Friedman.
Hey, Coach. How are you?
Good.
Bogey and Gallo obviously made their first appearance tonight with the team. Gallo is definitely a bit more efficient. What can you say about how they did tonight?
I'm just happy we got them. Again, the makes and misses we'll be fine there. We'll be fine making shots. Gallo is going to do what he does. He's going to draw the defense. He's going to be able to get to the free throw line, and if you play off of him, he's going to be a knockdown guy. But he's just a cerebral player. He and Trey had one play where they kind of played a 2-man game, which was pretty good to see. They're already developing that, and that's going to be the issue. You got a 4-man guarding Gallo. He switches on to Trey. Trey can attack 4s, and Gallo can take advantage of smalls. And so we'll be able to figure those things out. I'm not worried about Bogey making shots. He's already become one of our hardest post-practice workers, and he does it at game speed. So I trust the work. I trust the shooting. Those things will happen for him. But they're just getting used to each other. That's all.
Thank you.
Next 40 minutes.
Kirshner.
Do you feel like the overall shot quality on the team should improve this year with just who you have on the roster now?
Yeah, I mean, all of the guys are higher efficient shooters. The second most efficient shot is the corner three. Ironically, Gallo's not he's okay in the corners and he's pretty good above the break. And so you look at it and you say, well, we'll put our corner shooters in the corner, and then we have a pretty good above the break 3-point shooter in Gallo and John. So, it's pick your poison. We would love to get corner threes with Kev and D Hunt and Bogey over there. And then we don't mind getting pick and pop threes with John and Gallo, because both of those guys shot, above average from above the break. So I think the nature of the guys shooting, they've proven it'll increase our percentages. But I think the shot creation is going to be even greater because we have multiple facilitators that I trust and will put in that position.
Coach, that was our final question.
Good night.